let's check out what's new in the shop. Well, we got a Studebaker 64. This has come in for the ring gear needs replacement. On the transmission, it's making noise, and a rear main seal and an oil pan gasket. Today, I managed to get started to anyway. I've got the rad support and the front fenders and the cowl up on the Suburban. Got nice lines and gaps. The reason I'm fitting all this is because I got to do all the side chrome has to go on, which you see a couple pieces over there. The rest is up here. So I gotta start with the wheel well ones. They can only go in one place. Drill the holes out, mount them front and back, and then the other ones come along and start marking where the holes need to be drilled. And of course, you want to do that before you start, before paint, right? And this is all final primer. So I do all that. Then we're gonna blow it apart. Once we blow it apart, then we'll start painting all the edges, the jambs, everything. So we'll get all that done. And of course the rad support, blasted all that. It's all painted up. Inner fenders all done, painted up. The other thing we got going on, let's see here. Give me half a sec, guys. I'm just gonna, camera's getting wet. Let me shut this off. Yeah, it's pissing down. Rain is normal. That's better. I had to dry it off. So the Mercedes, you're probably wondering where we're at with that. I've taken all the latches and everything down that show, and they're all getting blasted and powder coated silver, because there was really nothing that looked good black for the Mercedes. You don't want to have that. Just like the Rams, I'm going to clean all them up, paint them a nice silver. But for the Mercedes, all the they're over here, all the trunk, the doors, the hood, all finished in 600, ready to go for paint. So that's ready. And as you can see, as we walk in, the Corvette is all messed up because we're going to be painting the jambs. All the jambs. Now you might ask, why wouldn't you paint the jam? Why wouldn't you just paint the whole car and then paint it all like this and then put the car back together? The reason is the paint going on this car is a tri-coat. And when you do a tri-coat, believe it or not, you're better to have the whole car put together. Because if you try and paint it when it's apart, there is a very good chance when you're sitting here, spraying your paint, there's a good chance when you go over here to spray the hood, it could be a different pattern you get going. Then you go to put the hood and the doors on after and it won't look good. So we're going to spray up these jambs. It doesn't matter so much if the jambs don't match the outside exactly for spray pattern, because you don't drive around with your doors off, right? And then we're going to put the car back together, and then it's going to be time for paint. And it's all blocked and ready to go for paint too. It's completely done, ready to rock and roll. Ready. Okay, we'll get into the next phase here. See what's happening. Shutting a couple lights off that don't need to be on. Got to save all the money you can nowadays on stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you have more money for car parts. Anyway, the Buick. The gentleman brought us to, well, we painted up the rims. We had the rims here, but he went and had the tires mounted. So he's got all those mounted on there. Nice. These are a Mickey Thompson. And then on the front, same thing, Mickey Thompson. So we got that on. As you can see, we're getting a lot of the stainless on it. All the wheel trim moldings. We're getting there. Got all the headlight doors and everything in. We're leaving the grill out and the front bumper off for the moment because he's supposed to be bringing us down the engine. That's supposed to be coming hopefully by the end of next week, because honestly by the end of next week we'll have everything buckled up and this car will be done for us except for an engine tranny. The Ford pickup, we had to wait on the Ford. He brought me this rad rad shroud, so we're putting that on now, and then we can put the hoses on, then it's just done. So we got that. We're putting that on for him. But we were waiting on vent stuff. The vent windows he had in the truck were all broke. Like all the stuff was broke, so I had to get these out of LMC truck. So I got new ones and they just arrived now. So now the plan is tomorrow we'll put all the vent windows together, get all the doors together, get the rubbers on, the seals on, the fuzzies in, all of it done. Doors just done. We got to take care of some rust repair down in the front here for them. Let me say, we didn't do too much. We plumbed all the hoses that he asked us to do. That's about it. Yeah, he asked me to put the carpet in, so we got the carpet laying out. Usually we leave carpet layout for a while, you know. just so it stretches out and gets a pattern and whatever. And yeah, there you go. But that's about it. We're not wiring it. It'll go for wiring. I got a guy I use for that. So, but we still got to sand it down. We got to Scotch-Brite it. We're going to Scotch-Brite it all, and we got to do the flat clear on it. So we got to get that done. Definitely got to get that done. And of course, did I show you guys this one? I don't remember. I think I did. The CUDA. Is this one new to you guys? Well, if it is new, it's new. Let's start over like it's new. Paint's old. I can't remember what the gentleman said, 15, maybe 18 years ago. He did some repairs here. He's got some repairs done. All we're doing is we're just going to sand it here and we're just going to blend it. We're just going to blend in the paint where it needs to be blended in. And then we've got, yeah, you're probably thinking, hey, this is your beer 30 room. And then, of course, you got down on the fender there in the back quarter there. Yeah, I got my fireplace put up. You're right. This is my beer 30 room. So this wall's all painted. Fireplace is up. Went with a crazy-ass olive green, like from the 70s, because that's when that's from. And started burning wood. I've got a bunch of wood here I've been burning. So the wood's going to go all here on the lower half, from that line down, wood. And then this whole wall is wood. So, yeah, that's what's going on there. Kathy's truck, you know, the little 53 GMC. She was over today, first time I've seen her in a long time. Oh, let's forget about Kathy's at the moment here. The 4x4, you remember the 4x4? It came in. This was one we did a few years ago, and it had a bunch of, you remember, the paint was all rubbed out down here. So we fixed all that up, got all the touch-ups done on that. Basically just resprayed and blew that in on both sides. So we got that done. And customer will be coming for that next week. And he's okay with it sitting outside in the rain because he says he leaves it sit in his driveway. And I don't know what else to tell you. I'm kind of out of spots here anyway. Kathy's truck's outside in the rain. She was here today, she left. I managed to get the hood on after she left. And I managed to get the upper rad hose and the heater hoses on. So all I got left on this is put an electric fan in, put a tranny cooler in, hook up the temperature gauge. What else is there? I can't remember. She wants me to figure out some tires and wheels for her. So I got to kind of do that. So, and the truck is supposed to be done and finished by next Friday. And what are we on? We were on Thursday today. So I don't see an issue why it won't be done. My plan is to probably have everything finished on this tomorrow and maybe even start it tomorrow. Won't have the tires and wheels done, but if I can get it running tomorrow and that's it, it's just a matter of tires and wheels, no big deal. And you remember the hood we did? Here it is here. I got the hood all back together for that Roadrunner. Scoops are on it, 440. There we go. Yeah, and yeah, there's my Model A sitting outside, poor old girl. But she's undercover, she's protected. So that's what's going on here, people. That is what's going on. Kind of just we're jammed up. Oh, the Firebird. You probably want to see what's going on with the Firebird. And we start on the yellow truck tomorrow. That's coming in the bay. Dragged a bunch of stuff inside for that. So the Firebird, we set the quarter on, fit the quarter, and then made sure so we could fit the outer wheel tub. We always fit the quarter on and make sure it lines up, right? Because you remember your quarter panel sits on here, so it plug welds to that. You know, Mike's got it all done, and Mike's got the trunk drop in, the wheel tub. So now it's get it back in, clean all this rust, get rid of all this, put our nice rust paint in there, get it cleaned up, and then start putting the quarter on. And apparently the parts place phoned me up and said the trunk pan is in. So that's good. So not next week, but the week after, we'll have all this cleaned up and the quarter on. Then it's just a matter of the trunk area. And then it's get on the hoist, clean up any welds that might be showing underneath, and texture spray it, and that's it. Put the top back on and say, see you later. That's all she wrote. Looking good, looking good. All right. And of course on the yellow Chevy pickup, we'll be starting on that tomorrow. We're putting the power steering in it. Power steering. I believe it came from CPP. I believe it did. I could be wrong. Well, that's all that is on the go today, guys. So, with that being said, it's kind of the end of the day. And well, it's not the end of the day for me quite yet, because I got to work in the Beer 30 room now. I got to go burn some more wood that I'm putting up. So I got to get that ready, because I got my brother from another mother, Rich. He's coming over on Monday, and he's going to be putting all the wood up. Get her done. Lickety split. Anyway, it's always a good time and old time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And maybe this Sunday we might have a Sunday Funday. I think this Sunday what we're doing is I've got the pulley came in that I needed. If you guys were watching my Sunday Fundays, I was working on the Weiss 58 wagon. There we go. Remember I said I needed to run 2 V-belts on there. So that came in. So I'm hoping that's going to work. So before anything on Sunday Funday, we're going to be putting that on before I even work on any of my own stuff. Making sure that fits and make sure the belts line up. Then I can get the belts figured out and on. Then I'm going to go over to my buddy's house on Monday, Herman, and we're going to be, he's got all the stuff there to crimp up the lines for the AC and to charge it. And we're going to be having the AC all done and rock and roll. That's the plan. God, I tell you. I need to retire because the weekends I just don't get enough time to do shit. Anyway, see you next time.